welcome back to another Ashes Reborn Red Rains live stream. Today we're taking on a new Chimera with a new Phoenixborn. I went ahead and I unboxed the Chimera, but we're gonna do an unboxing of the Queen of Lightning. I think it's Dimona Odin Star. So I'm pretty excited. I really enjoy Red Rains. As we play it more and more, the more I'm remembering how much of like just kind of how much fun the interactions are, how interesting and how beautiful the game is. I do want to try and get into deck building at some point, but honestly deck building for any new game feels pretty intimidating, and so maybe not. And so we're going to be playing the precon, but we are getting to where we have a decent amount of like of cards unboxed. I don't have all the content for the game, but it is something that I am interested in exploring and doing more of. So if you all are interested in seeing more Ashes, please let me know. I'm enjoying the game, and uh, if you all are enjoying it too, that's awesome. Cool. So let's go ahead and dive in, and we're gonna unbox this. I guess like there is the other, which is the Spirits of Memoria. This is Symboli, Grimtongue. These are the two that I have yet to unbox yet. Hey Jacques. Nelson just bought Ashes after watching your videos. So good to see you play Ashes again. Sweet. Nice. Have you been able to try it yet? Also, welcome. In Ashes. Yes, Ashes is so good. Hey D20, how's it going? D20, do you have a favorite Phoenixborn or Magic? Or I don't even know. I don't even know what to ask when it comes to this game. Um it's a I have so much fun with it. Yes, you tried the basic. Sick. Nice. That's good. Did you enjoy it? I hope. Well, I hope so. I'm yeah. It's one of those games that I played a lot in college. I played the PvP version in college. And when I say a lot, it's not a lot. Um, but for how many of these types of games I was playing, it was a high percentage base of them. And so I'm excited to uh, try and do a little bit more of it. I'm using one of the stream uh, segments of each week to do like a different game. That's today with Ashes, and so I think Ashes is gonna hit the rotation more frequently. I'm like you and haven't gotten into deck building part of it yet. It's pretty intimidating. There's a lot going on. It's fun. I played only the solo variant. Yeah, yeah, and I think that's where I'm gonna pretty much do all of my gameplay going forward. Is the Red Rains. I think it's really well implemented. We got Dimona Onistar. This is a Phoenixborn with 7 battlefield slots. That's kind of crazy. 7 battlefield slots is how many units you can have on the field at any time. 7 feels like a lot. I don't I guess I do have other Phoenixborn that I can compare it to. Yeah, like Jessa has 4. So that's the right here next to my. So that's a lot of battlefield slots. A little bit lower of a hit point total at 16, probably to compensate that. And then her spell board is 3. She has a ability promote. So as a main action, you can exhaust her, spend 2 basic dice to remove an exhausted ally you control from play. Interesting. Okay. If you do, place an Imperium Mount Conjuration onto your battlefield and place that ally face down under that unit. Okay, so let's find Imperium Mount Conjuration. Here we go, right there. So these are the Phoenixborn specific cards. This is like the hero kit. They have their name there. Autobot. Really interested in this game, but I think like $80 or so to buy in for the solo mode. Still unsure if I can commit yet. That's totally fair. Because you do have to buy the Red Rains plus the core game, it can be it can be, it can be pretty significant. I'm actually like, so I'm hesitating because I'm wondering if you can get around the core. You may have to figure out dice, but there are expansions that come with dice in them because there are new types of magic dice, and so those are not included in the core. Those are included in the expansion. It's like the Law of Lions and Song of Soksen, I believe, are the expansions. And I wonder if you could. I don't go do this without doing your own research, because I don't know. This is just me. Like, I wonder if you could just skirt the core. I don't know if I don't know if I would recommend necessarily doing that. Um, Looking around at a few buying guides, sweet. Okay, that's kind of interesting. I think that those are more complex Phoenixborn, but I mean, like, it's nothing that we can't handle. Anyways, so we're gonna be adding a Imperium mount, or yeah, mount conjuration. When this unit is declared as an attacker, you may choose a target unit an opponent controls. That unit must block it if able. That's sick. That's so cool. Okay. So typically when things are in a okay, in a head-to-head game, that can't necessarily happen unless you have like the guard ability. But now, especially with this Chimera, we're fighting off against kind of like a set rotation. We can start to take out very specific enemies, which is pretty cool. Then we have a dismount. This is a ability. When this unit is destroyed, place any allies you own underneath this unit into your hand. Oh, cool. Okay, so you can remove an exhausted ally you control from play. You put it in the Imperium mount, and then they come back to your hand. So you can kind of just like recur your allies. That's pretty cool. You can just buy dice from the Plaid Hat website. Oh, okay. So they sell like the set of dice like this on the Plaid Hat website. Giant! My brain is getting to the point where if a game is bigger than a shoebox, it's probably too much in both rules and components. Oh, you can totally fit this in a shoebox. Easy peasy. 5 dice for $5. That's cool. And then they have expansions like this where they don't come with the dice, but they do come with the entire deck. And that would give you a good amount of options for you. I guess you would have to know what dice you need for this one. I still don't know. Is this just all basic? Now, what the heck is that? Oh, that's these? I don't know what that symbol is. Okay, so we got the Imperium mount. We got 3 copies of those. Where'd I put my sleeves? There they are. I do have 16 health to start us out with. What's cool about Ashes is that you do have kind of a on-call hand. Those are called the conjurations. Those are going to be this black background here. And so these actually go in a different deck, and you're never drawing from them. You just kind of get to use them when another card tells you to grab them. So how does Ash's deck building compare to something like Champions? Are there different colors and heroes? Yeah, there is. So you have a hero. They are not necessarily going to be locked to a specific color. They can be, but their ability printed here, as well as their identity specific cards, may have specific magic types that they can use. The magic types are the different color of dice. And then when you're deck building for Ashes, part of the deck building is determining what dice you're going to be using. So you could use 2 of each color. You could use 1 of all the colors. You can use 10 of one color. And that's part of, the dynamics of the deck building here. And so, like, I know that the precon here uses these white dice, which I don't actually remember what they're called. But when I'm deck building, I may only want to use 2 of these and then 8 of the purple dice. Yeah. And so you can go like mono. I don't believe there's any restriction on how many different types of colors you can use, which is pretty cool. Never actually seen it played much. It's fun. The dice are like the resource. Yeah. The dice, yeah. Good call. We got the Rayward Knight. I do love the aesthetic of. Oh, this is also a Dimona specific card. So this is okay. So this is the Rayward Knight. This costs 3 basic dice, 2 arms. When this unit comes into play, you may search your discard pile for an ally and shuffle it into your draw pile. Cool. And then as a side action, take an attack action targeting a unit and declaring this unit as the attacker. It's a 3/3/3, and so you can, as a main action, play it and then charge and immediately attack with it, which is pretty crazy. You can use all the colors if you wanted, just wouldn't go well. Are there any Phoenixborn that are kind of built around that concept? That'd be kind of interesting, like a multicolor. Like I'm thinking Jubilee, right? Jubilee wants to play with all the different types of resources and gets benefits for doing so. I wonder if there is a Phoenixborn that kind of does that. That'd be kind of cool. We got the Summon Cloudburst Griffin. This is one of our spell boards. This is how you normally get a lot of those conjurations onto the battlefield. And this is going to be a main action to play, and then a main action, a mid-tier white dice. And then what is the hourglass symbol? I don't know that symbol. I don't think it's on any of the dice. And maybe it's a dice that I don't have, in which case we will play a different we will play a different Phoenixborn. But there's this little hourglass symbol right here, which makes it look like it's a dice. But I'm not super familiar with what that is. If that is another colored dice, I don't have it because it's heart, snake, dagger, devil, leaf, frog, horse, music, lion, something else. Interesting. The Cloudburst Griffin is going to be this conjuration. This is a unit. It's a 3/2/0 unit with some epic looking artwork. Quick strike. While this unit is attacking, it deals its damage before units in battle with it. That's sweet. Yeah, so a 3/2 basically, it gets to deal damage first, meaning that it's going to probably stay around for a little bit longer. I hear Phoenix form and can't help think of Restrained Unleashed. Champs is right in my mind. Is Hourglass and Turtle you're missing? I guess if there's a turtle dice, I don't have that. It's the red ones in the box breaker of the fates. Alrighty, well, we will continue to unbox this one and then play with a different one. Alright, so we got Piercing Light. This is going to be a ready spell, so it goes on our spell board. It costs one of the highest tier white dice. All units you control with the divine die on them have the following ability. Overkill 1. After this unit destroys a unit an opponent controls by attacking, deal 1 damage to that opponent's target Phoenixborn. That's cool. It's the red one. I didn't realize that there were red. Okay, fine. I'll go buy more ashes. We got Reinforce. This is another ready spell, so I'm assuming this is going to be her last ready spell. Oh, it's that box. Sweet. Thank you. Reinforce. This is a side action to play. One of the elusive, unique dice to use. Look at the top 5 cards of your draw pile. You may reveal an ally or alteration spell, place it into your hand. That's really nice. Shuffle your draw pile. You may immediately play the reveal card without paying any of the main or side action. That seems really good. These cards seem really, really nice when it comes to like tempo. Always happy to make you spend money. Heck yeah. Always, right? That's kind of fun. I don't actually think that I thought that these were all the dice that they had. I didn't realize that there were extra or additional dice. I assumed that they would make them at some point. I just missed it all. Got the Ray Ward Recruit. This is an ally. Armed. When this unit comes into play, you may choose a divine die in your exhausted pool and resolve its dice power without paying its cost. Interesting. It's a 0/1. So the divine dice, you can also just buy them on their website, I believe. Yeah, but might as well just get the Phoenixborn that comes with it, right? I mean, you have to. Us gamers making each other gamers go broke, but Adept Duelist. Stalk. This unit cannot be guarded against. That's kind of insane. Disarm. When this unit is declared as an attacker, you may discard a target alteration spell attached to a unit an opponent controls. 2/1/1. Oh, for sure. D20 is right. Always making other gamers go broke. I mean, that's the goal, right? Like, that is the goal. That's super funny. We got the Crystal Archer. It feels like we're assembling a D&D team with this precon. We got the Crystal Archer. Preemptive shot 1. When this unit is declared as an attacker, blocker, or guard, you may deal 1 damage to a target unit an opponent controls. Yeah, this feels like a fun deck to play. I'm a little sad I'm snowed in. I can't go get all of my I can't get out of my driveway right now. We got Blessing of Lightning. That's a sick looking card. That's so cool. Dimona is the what they call her, the something of lightning. The Queen of Lightning. And so yeah, she's definitely wielding lightning there pretty effectively. Choose up to 3 divine dice in your exhausted pool and resolve their dice powers without paying their cost. Okay, let's look at what divine dice do, because now I'm very curious. Divine Magic. So as a side action, place this dice on a target unit you control without a divine dice on it. While this dice is on that unit, its attack value is increased by 1. That's cool. Okay. So basically, each dice has a special effect. This is the divine magic, and all of the cards in this precon that are telling us to use the divine magic effect are basically giving all of our or a unit a +1 buff. That's pretty cool. Yeah, she seems fun. She seems real fun. Crystal Armor. Sick. After an opponent, this is an attachment, so you're going to play this onto a unit. After an opponent declares attackers, you may play the spell from your hand by paying 1. Oh, is that the turtle? I think that is the turtle. I assume that's the turtle dice. Instead of playing its play cost, +1/+1/+1. That's interesting. So that's it's a very much a nope. I'm gonna take out. You're gonna take out my unit. No, now I have 1 more life. I survived. That would be really good in SWU. Hey Nelson, never seen this game. Is it like Marvel Champions for D&D players? Very good question. It's not actually for D&D players. It's very similar to Marvel Champions, at least this version of the game, which is kind of their solo mode. Um, it's their own IP. This deck feels very in D&D. Like this precon that we're unboxing right now feels very D&D, but not all of them do. It's a really fun game. Turtle dies. We got Disengage. This is the last card in our deck with another Turtle Dice needing as a reaction spell. You may play this spell after an opponent declares blockers. Choose an attacking ally you control that is blocked. It is no longer attacking. Place 1 exhaustion token on the target unit that was blocking the chosen ally. Interesting. Okay. So you just get she seems really annoying to play in a PvP setting. Like this would not be a fun deck to go up against. But there you go. That's Dimona Odin-Star. The way stuff is written almost feels like Magic. Oh, really? I have very little experience with Magic outside of maybe like the first set. Um, not necessarily even the first set, I guess. I have no idea how many sets were out when I was trying it. Probably a good bit, because I think Magic is about as old as I am, which is a weird thing to say. Uh, so it definitely wasn't the first set. But what I just remember very basic cards, and maybe that was just what was given to me because my brain was small. Alrighty, let's see if let's open up the Spirits of Memoria and see if she it just hit 30 this year. That's crazy. Yeah, so I am older than Magic the Gathering. Is that something to be excited about? So when this guy up, and hopefully it does not take any dice that we do not have. Where is this? Oh, there's At my local store, which is actually the Capstone Games, which is the same as the publisher, at my local store, they had a sale on a lot of the Ashes stuff, and then they have like a not a referral, but a rewards program basically where you pay an annual fee and you get percentage off. So I got like all these decks for like $11. It was insane. It was such a good deal. Then there's a bundle of like everything together. Super nice. Kind of feels like Magic Commander. Oh, the 30th anniversary packs. There's roughly 1% chance to pull a Black Lotus. Nice. Is Black Lotus legal now? I remember I had a couple when I was a kid. I did not. That's a lie. Um, but from my limited knowledge of what Magic is, Black Lotus is super OP, and that's why it was kind of banned. Oh, this is interesting. This is a different seal. Like they sealed these cards differently than the ones in the Dimona pack. The ones in the Dimona pack were like kind of like the folded packaging, but this one is more the like the sealed shrink wrap, which I always need a knife. I have never ooh, I have never played Magic Commander, but I do like Twin Suns with Swoo. I think I think Twin Suns is really good. There we go. Still banned in basically everything. Nice. Are there like format? I assume that there are formats where it's not banned. I don't know. There how many formats are there in Magic? Like I know Commander, and then I know like it's not Legacy, but like All Time or whatever that's called, where basically any card can be used. It's not the rolling. There's Premier. There has to be more. It's been around for 30 years. It just said 30 this year, Giant. Is that saying that in 2025 it will be 30 or it was 30? That's called vintage. Interesting. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's cool that it's been around long enough that there are so many different ways to play it. Oh, Symbolic Grimtongue is a 19 health Phoenixborn with 5 battlefield and a spell board of 4. She has the Gift of Wings. So for 2 basic dice, remove all exhaustion tokens from a target ally you control. It cannot be guarded against for the remainder of this turn. That's cool. So exhaustion tokens are placed onto units or any card after they activate or do anything really. And you can have multiple exhaustion tokens on a unit, but only one of them gets removed every single round. And so when you have an ability to remove multiple, I know I've seen cards in other decks that like can move exhaustion tokens and then you can remove all of them. That'd be pretty cool. It's actually turning 32 this year, August 5th, 1993. Nice. Okay. I'm 9 days older than Magic. So there you go. I am older than Magic, technically. You learn something new every day. Also, fun fact, I'm turning 32 this year. Alrighty, this is our Phoenixborn specific action spell. Choose a target ally you control and place it into your hand. If you do, destroy a target conjuration an opponent controls. That's super interesting, mainly because now you can pull it back to your hand and remove all of those exhaustion tokens that are on it. So I'm assuming that we're going to see in this precon a lot of ways to move exhaustion tokens or incentivize you for placing exhaustion tokens on your own units, because we have a lot of manipulation with them now, which is something I'm pretty excited to play around with. Purify. This is an action spell, meaning that you play it. It goes to your discard pile. It's basically an event if you're familiar with Marvel Champions. Such an interesting looking art. Like, I guess showering in divine magic. I'm not 100% sure what that is. Okay, so it is divine magic because I do see that white dice here on the Law of Grace. This is also a law card, which there's another Phoenixborn that deals with law. This is where my knowledge of the game starts to falter. There's another Phoenixborn that deals with the law, and you have an ability to like search for law cards. So this is another law card. Law of Grace. When this spell comes into play, remove one moon token from your Phoenixborn. Nice. After any Phoenixborn is dealt damage by a spell or ability, prevent one damage from being received. This card cannot be discarded from your spell board when you meditate, and then discard this card at the end of the round. I wonder, is a Chimera for this card considered a Phoenixborn? I don't believe so. So I believe that the Law of Grace you can play, you prevent any damage to your own Phoenixborn, but not the Chimera. And then Gates Thrown Open. So this is going to be an Illusion Divinity deck. So we do have both of those dice. So we have a deck that we can play. So this next one, these are going to be, I think, these Illusion dice. So kind of these purple wolf dice. So that's going to be the other half of our mana pool. This is an action spell, Gates Thrown Open. Remove one exhaustion token from one ready spell in each of your spell board slots. That's kind of interesting because I think a lot of the ready spells, I guess. Yeah, that's interesting. So a lot of the ready spells cost dice to play. So you are going to have enough mana in order to utilize them again. Move one exhaustion token from one ready spell in each of your spell board slots. So yeah, I guess if you're able to pay the cost again, or we are going to have like some of our ready spells that don't cost too much. Space Demon Bull overlooking the gates of hell. Yeah, right. Yeah, it's a very mystical looking card with like the cosmos in the background. We got the Summon Admonisher. So this is going to be a mid-tier white dice in order to play. And so I would say that, you could, depending on your strategy, this could be a fairly easy one to spam multiple times because we are going to be removing some exhaustion tokens from these ready spells. Focus 1, if you cannot, deal 1 damage to a target Phoenixborn. Oh, if you cannot place a Admonisher on the spell board, deal 1. And then here's the Admonisher. Dude, I love this art. I am all about this dude. I love this. I love this guy. He is so cool. Alrighty, the Admonisher is effectively Rocket Raccoon in this game. Rebuke 1 at the end of each round, deal 1 damage to a target Phoenixborn. 0-2-0. So I'm thinking that if the Chimera is not considered a Phoenixborn, this is not what we want to be doing with our lives, because I assume you would have to choose your own self. That's kind of interesting. That is something that I will look up before we start the game. But these are going to be off to the side. We got 3 Summoned Admonishers. That's interesting. I really don't think that that's going to be considered a Phoenixborn unless there's some specific rule in like Chimeras are considered Phoenixborn for all targeting effects or something like that. We got a action spell, Summon Spectral Assassin. We've got a choose a target ally you control and place it into its owner's hand. If you do, place a Spectral Assassin Conjuration onto your battlefield. You may draw a card. That's a lot of stuff going on. So the Spectral Assassin. Ooh, look at this thing. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. So this is the Spectral Assassin. He's kind of like this half ice, half goblin. I don't even know. Sneaky Strike. When this unit is declared as an attacker, opponents may not play reaction spells for the remainder of the turn. This feels like a very, this deck feels very kind of built for PvP play. Chimeras are considered Phoenixborn, but the Admonisher isn't great in PvE anyways. Sweet. Thank you, Lyrical Star. I appreciate it. They are considered Phoenixborn, but it's still not good. Nice. Is Symboli Grimtongue a okay Phoenixborn to play? We got the Angelic Rescue coming up next. This is a reaction spell. Costs one of our highest tier dice. And you may play this spell after a unit you control is dealt damage by a spell, ability, dice power, and opponent controls. Prevent that damage from being received, and then remove all wound tokens from that unit. Nice. I guess I'm struggling a little bit to see how we are going to be doing some damage. But a Monisher is cute and worth adding to your deck because he's your friend and can't bear to leave him behind. Yes, there you go. Now we're talking giant. I bought hotels for kind of heroes recently. Symboli is fun and her precon is some neat stuff. Sick. Nice. So I'm looking forward to kind of heroes. Chained Creation. Deal 2 damage to a card target conjuration an opponent controls. If that destroys the conjuration, after it's destroyed, place 1 exhaustion token on a ready spell that target opponent controls and has a printed effect that can place the conjuration onto a battlefield. So this is not, from what I understand, not playable in PvE. I don't believe. So deal 2 damage to target conjuration. We may have conjuration units. I'm not 100% sure about this deck, and we are playing the lair aspect. 1 exhaustion token on a ready spell. The only ready spell that the Chimera has is this one, and I do not believe that it summons units. So I don't think we're going to be able to exhaust the ultimates here. Aspects are considered conjuration. Thank you for being here, Lyrical Star. I appreciate it. So I hate autocorrect right now. Autocorrect is kind of insane. Oh, also I did get this since our last stream because I lost my board. I have no idea where I put my board. I'm sure I put it somewhere. I'm like, this will be a good spot for this. I'll remember it. And I have no idea. But I got this from Etsy. I think it was only like $10. It's a neoprene mat for ashes. It's really nice. Really, really nice. You got the Shepherd of Lost Souls. This costs your main and side action. I don't think I've ever seen that card or that kind of cost structure before, but that's really interesting. Okay, so main and side action. Spiritual Guide. When this unit comes into play, you may search your discard pile for an ally with a title other than this unit's title and place it into your hand. 1/1/0. Nice. Although Chained Creation's second effect only triggers against Siege of Lord's Wall. Siege of Lord's Wall. Oh, is Siege of... That's the other one that I didn't have. Okay, cool. Or that I did not unbox today. Because there are... How many expansions for Red Rains are there out now? The original and 3 additional? I think Spawn of Shadowwreck is the second one. I'm sorry, the second expansion. So like the 3rd Red Rains box. Because there's the Frost. There's the normal one with like the Chimera. I at least think I only have this one and then the Siege of Lord's Wall. Which I also... This expansion came with a ton of player cards too. And so it's like a lot of different Phoenixborn that also... And then also they have like here's Symboli and here's like the... There's like an ally that you can use instead of her normal like Phoenixborn specific cards, which we may actually use. 5 right now. 5 right now. Okay, wow, I am falling behind. Next up, we got the Shadow Guard. Shadow Guard is an ally hidden. After an opponent has declared attackers, you may play this unit from your hand without paying its main action cost. Unit Guard. You can guard a unit. It's a 3/1/1. That's pretty cool. I do like that. That's interesting. So you can like hop in and save a unit. 5 right now, and the 6 has been announced already. Lyrical Star, are you doing a lot of deck building for the game, or are you playing mainly precons? Crystal Knight, here's our bomb. Found it. Crystal Knight costs a lot. Armored 1. After this unit is dealt damage, prevent 1 damage from being received. It's a 3/3/2. Oh, there we go. Now we're cooking. Let's go. Awesome. So that is the pre-con. And then for these alternate cards, for these alternate like Phoenixborn specific cards, can I use I have to sub them out. So like if I use this Dark Reflection, these are the same except for the flavor text. But yeah, these are the same. But I think I have to sub out. You don't do a whole lot of deck building. Yeah. The deck building feels intimidating. I sub out like these purify. Choose a target ally you control and place it into your hand. If you do, destroy a target conjuration and opponent controls. Purify seems really good if these are considered conjurations, though. So I'm going to probably just keep Purify. Dark Reflection, which is the other card that we could use, has Slay, which is funny. Deal 2 damage to a target unit and opponent controls. That seems really good. War Within. When this unit is destroyed, exhaust 1 die in your active pool if you cannot place 2 wounds on your Phoenixborn. It's a 3/3/2. That's pretty good. You can have both uniques in the same deck, but only 3 total copies between the two. I like that a lot. I really like how. Yeah. That's cool. Okay. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Alrighty. So, do we want? I guess like what do we want to go? Do we want to go Dark Reflections or Purify? I'll or a combo of both. Combo of both could be kind of fun. Let's do a combo of both. Let's go crazy. Do a combo of both. I think I'm going to go 2 Purified and 1 Dark Reflection, mainly because we do have some ally recursion. And so we can use this multiple times with the ally recursion. Dark Reflection. Sick. Okay. So I think I'm going to do this as my... I don't actually have Spawn of Shadow Wreck yet because my LGS hasn't gotten their copies in. No! Is this one of the newer ones? I thought this was older. Purify low-key looks like a golden chunk. Nice. Alrighty, so these are all of our cards. One of the cool things about Ashes is you actually get to choose your starting hand. You can only ever have 1 copy in your starting hand of any card, but you get to set that hand, which is, I think, a really interesting mechanic. I hate it and I love it. It's the newest set. There you go. Probably what I did is I saw a article of the announcement and not the release of the set. That's probably what I did. Well, here you go. The newest set of Ashes Red Reigns streamed here on Nelson All Over. All right, let's build our opening hand. I'm gonna take a Dark Reflection just because if we're gonna play with it, we might as well have it. I want a Summon Spectral Assassin, Admonisher. Well, the Admonisher is not that good, is it? But it's pretty cool. The end of each round, deal 1 damage. Yeah, it just doesn't seem that great. It seems too expensive for what it does. But it feels like we should have some sort of ready spell in our opening hand. We probably want to Purify, so choose a target ally you control and place it into his hand. If you do, destroy a target conjuration and opponent controls. Let's go with Gates Thrown Open feels like a good card later in the game. We got a Celestial Knight. Getting that onto the table seems pretty decent, though we are going to be getting webbed up and stuff, but I think we can probably pop these cards back to our hand and get rid of some of the alterations that they're going to be throwing at us. We got Shadow Guard, got Shepherd of Lost Souls. That's going to be a nice card to have later. So when this unit comes into play, search your discard pile for an ally. And so I'm thinking that we go with some sort of... What's our ready spell? What's another ready spell that we have? The Summon Admonisher. We got the Law of Grace, but the Law of Grace is a fleeting spell, meaning that it goes away at the end of the round. So that's kind of interesting. If you have both Phoenixborn uniques in your deck, you can only start with 1 in your first 5. Cool. That also makes sense. I'm gonna not start with a purify. We can go chain to creation. Seems pretty good. Actually, let's just grab another. We can go shadow guard. Now let's go chain creation. This is the 2 damage to a conjuration. Sweet. And unless someone tells me quickly, I'm just gonna go 5 and 5 on the illusion divinity dice, because that's about as much of a decision maker I am today. I always have to relearn how I set this game up, because whenever you play a unit, it goes to the leftmost or the rightmost side of your battlefield. Yeah, and then everything kind of shifts over. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. The dual color precons recommend a 5-5 split. Nice. Cool. Thank you. Alrighty, so we got a reference card. We've got a illusion magic and a divine magic. The divine magic is the ability that we talked about before, where we can use the top tier of the dice, which is this lion, in order to place it onto a unit, giving it +1 attack. And then the illusion magic at the fox. As a side action, we can lower 2 dice in a target opponent's active pool 1 level. So if we do have like a red rains dice locked in, we can lower it back down to a basic dice. So that's pretty cool. We don't like it when they power up. I'll put these over here. Okay. I'm going to start with the first player. The spawn of Shadow Wreck is, we're playing just standard level 1. Comes in with 4 threat, 3 ultimate. It has a 30 hit point value. And our starting. Yeah, I believe that is starting. So it's going to be 1, 2, 2, 2. So that is the battlefield. These will get revealed based on the behavior dice as we roll it on their turn. And then whenever we hit 3 red rains tokens, um, we will unleash the ultimate. Nope, that goes here. I'm going to grab the rulebook real quick. Because this helps me. Okay, so we start out by rolling our dice. Okay, so again, have to relearn how to set this game up each time. Got a fairly decent roll, honestly. So we got 2 top tier dice of both colors, 2 middle tier dice of both colors, and then the bottom tier, which is kind of this. It always reminds me of Legend of Zelda looking symbol. Is common amongst all the dice. It is a very back and forth game. So I will take an action, the spawn will take an action, and then we keep going until both of us have passed. It passes when all of its open or all of its cards here are flipped up and exhausted. Symboli, Gift to Wings, remove all exhaustion tokens from a target ally you control. It cannot be guarded against for the remainder of the turn. Cool, cool. I think we'll just start out by playing a Summon Admonisher, and you get a main action and a side action every single turn. So this is going to be my main action. I'm going to put a Admonisher onto the, or Conjuration onto the battlefield. That also takes a main action, so that's just going to be me. So we will go into the Chimera's turn. If we roll a basic die, nothing happens. If we roll a red rains, it gets slotted in here. If these are ever filled, we get a token. And then we are going to be resolving behavior number 9. Target opposing player must lower one non-basic dice in their active pool 1 level. Boo! Alrighty, so we have to lower one of these dice. Okay, I want a fox mid-tier in there. Honestly, we don't. Huh. Any higher level dice can be used as a lower level die value, and so like there's no reason to like lower this one. So let's just lower this guy. And then that's a side action. The main action here is going to be to reveal. It is the neurotoxin. At the start of the Chimera's turn, remove one status token from this unit to deal 1 damage to the opposing player's target Phoenixborn. Then, if that was the last status token on this unit, that player must exhaust 1 die in their active pool. It's a 1/2/1. The 1, that blood level 1, is after we destroy a unit, we deal that much damage to the Phoenixborn. I start with 15 health, or 19 health, by the way. So this comes in with 2 status tokens. These tokens are by the same token. Sponsor the channel. So, alrighty, there you go. That is that. I'm going to. I'm realizing that I have a millimeter less room than I need. So I'm gonna lower these down. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and spend a top tier illusion, mid tier divinity, and then a lower tier divinity dice. I'm gonna put those in our exhausted pool over here to play the Celestial Knight. She's a 3/3/2, and then we prevent 1 damage dealt to her whenever she is dealt damage. That's my main action. As a side action, I could play Summon Spectral Assassin. No. Deal 2 damage to a target conjuration opponent controls. If that destroys the conjuration. Okay, that's fine. Cool. Going back to the Chimera's turn, Neurotoxin is going to tick down. At the start of the Chimera's turn, remove 1 status token from this unit to deal 1 damage to opposing player's target Phoenixborn. Goes down to 18 on us. And then we will roll this and the behavior die. We got a 2 and another basic. I do like that. A 1/2. All we're doing is revealing as a main action. We got Unbreakable. Defender. So this unit will block for the Chimera and guard 4 aspects without this ability. The Chimera will not guard for this unit. While this unit is exhausted, prevent all damage dealt to this unit from being received. That's insane. That's cool. Alrighty, well, we got to kill that thing. Nice. Okay, so we actually, the Celestial Knight is a great target for Unbreakable here because we can just kind of throw 3 attack into it. It's armored 1, so we're going to prevent 1 of the damage and we'll recover 2. That is assuming that we do not die. We do have a way to pull an ally back to our hand, so if there is something that kind of starts to mess with that via like a conjuration or something, we can kind of tech against it a little bit. Yeah. So let's just go ahead and exhaust the Celestial Knight, declare it as an attacker against Unbreakable, and so it will go ahead and deal damage. There is the Chimera will not block. Typically, if you attack a unit, you roll a dice, and on a 9 or higher, the Chimera steps in and blocks the attack and kind of saves the unit here. You can also do that with a sorry, I got distracted by her ability with your Phoenixborn. If because this is attacking. You can block and do that. Um, yep. And so we're going to take 2 damage, and we are going to deal 3 damage back to it, which will kill it to there. That is blood 2. So 2 damage. Nice. On our turn here, we'll remove. We will take 8 damage, and then we have to exhaust a die. We'll exhaust this illusion die. Roll a behavior die. We got a 4. Attack if able, if not reveal. So this is going to attack. It's going to attack the Celestial Knight. This is a effect that does not go away when we are exhausted. However, when you're exhausted, you cannot counter. And so the neurotoxin is going to attack my Celestial Knight. We prevent 1 of that damage, so we take no damage, but we do no damage back. Yeah. And that exhausts the neurotoxin here. I'll just leave that in there. I kind of want to see where I want to see what these guys are, because I feel like let's go ahead and spend 1 and 1 here to play the Dark Reflection ally. It's a side action. We can deal 2 damage to a target unit and opposing controls. If this unit is destroyed, exhaust 1 die in your active pool. If you cannot, place 2 wound tokens on your Phoenixborn. She's a 3/3. I'm not 100% convinced that I want to use Summon Spectral Assassin, so I think we are just going to go with that as our main action. Or as all of our actions. We did get our Red Rains, boom. And then a 1 reveals, Unbreakable. So this is the same thing as last time. Unfortunate. It's going to be attacking our Celestial Knight. We may step in and block with our Phoenixborn with that attack, because I don't want to lose our Celestial Knight here. And if we do that, then we can have the Dark Reflection come back and swing at it again and take it out without taking any retaliation damage. And because you always have to place to the rightmost, there really isn't a way other than getting a defender out there to have this target a different Phoenixborn, because this shows our different unit. This shows what it's going to be targeting. So if it's on this side, it targets the leftmost. If it's on the other side, it targets the rightmost. And then if it's in the middle, it's going to target your Phoenixborn. We could also slay, deal 2 damage to the neurotoxin here, and then remove the tokens. So that's kind of interesting. Let's go ahead and summon an Admonisher. It's going to cost us 1 of the Divinity dice. We're going to summon the Admonisher. Oh, that's our Spectral Assassin here. So it's a 0/0, but ideally, this thing is going to attack the rightmost unit, and we can protect our Dark Reflection there. Yeah. Roll another basic. That's cocked, so we're going to roll a 6. That's kind of what I thought it was most on. 6 is raise 1 basic rage die 1 level. Dang, that's mean. And then reveal, attack with revealed aspect if able. Ooh. Alrighty, so we got Unfathomable. It's a 4/3/2. Terrifying 2. This unit cannot be blocked or guarded against by units with an attack value of 2 or less. Oh, dang. Okay, so this is going to be attacking our Phoenixborn with 4. And we can only block Yo. Alrighty. So we'll take 4 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. This does exhaust Unfathomable, which is nice. Yeah. That hurts. That hurts, but health is a resource. We do not want to let units roll over because for every unit that is still on the spell board, bad things happen. And so we do want to make sure that we are taking out all of these units. We're looking at this Unbreakable defending or attacking the Celestial Knight, which we were going to say Symboli was going to guard against. Spectral Assassin, what do they do? When this unit is declared as an attacker, an opponent may not play reaction spells for the remainder of the turn. It's a attack of 2/1. So that could take out the neurotoxin. I'm wondering if I bring the Celestial Knight back to our hand. I don't think so. We have the recovery value. We can block here. This Dark Reflection can take out Unfathomable. I think we're going to use our 2 basic die to take out Unbreakable by removing the exhaustion token there. And then we can Dark Reflection can take out the neurotoxin. I think that makes for the best play line. That's going to be these 2 dice here. We could also use this to give us a +1 attack. I don't think we need that really. We could go here on the Admonisher, but that actually doesn't kill anybody. So thinking that we're going to hang on to these. The problem is you can't just pass. If you pass, then you're out. And so I do think that we need to do something, and that's something. We're just gonna go Dark Reflection here. We're going to attack here for 3, and take out Unfathomable for blood 2. Boom, boom. Down to 26. There you go. And that is exhausted now. Okay. Now, since there are no unrevealed cards, they just attack from left to right. Unbreakable is going to attack. We will defend with our Phoenixborn. We can do that once per round. We're going to take 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. Health as a resource. And that is going to go there. We're going to use these 2 dice to unexhaust. I guess it doesn't really matter. The Crystal Knight. And then they have passed. Now there's nothing that they can do. So we will. Yeah, so we're gonna attack here and take this out for blood 2. 1, 2. And we don't actually have anything that we can do. Oh, cards are falling everywhere. We don't actually have anything that we can do with this neurotoxin. We are out of dice that we can use. We could have chained creation, but we don't have enough dice to use it. So that is it. So it is going to be recovery phase. Remove all wounds from units with recovery value. Remove exhaustion. Remove 1 red rain tokens for the Chimera for each exhaustion token on the Chimera and Ultimate cards. Remove 1 exhaustion token from each card. Rotate your Phoenixborn upright. Boom, boom, boom. At the end of each round, we're going to deal 1 damage to the Phoenixborn. You may exhaust any number of dice. We're going to keep this dice just because it's top tier. We might as well. Place 1 red rain token on the Chimera for each aspect in play, resolving the ultimate card if applicable. We're going to add 1 red rains because we have 1 token here. This gets unexhausted. Replenish aspects. Add face down aspects. We got 1, 2, 3 up to the threat value. Refill status tokens on aspects with status abilities. Boom. We have to take that thing out. We'll make the Chimera our first player now, and we're back off to the top of the round. Top of the round, we are going to roll our dice, and we will keep that. Roll everything else. Not as great of a roll. I guess we got two top tier fox, two foxes, and we can use the fox dice as the side action to roll one of those red rains dice back down to its basic level, which could be kind of nice. I'm gonna see if I can avoid using my actions for that until we have more red rains tokens and we're about to trigger the ultimate. We can discard any number of cards. Got chain creation, deal 2 damage. Seems good. Choose a target ally. Seems good. We're not. We're just gonna draw 3 cards. Got a shadow guard. Cool. Okay. So that's nice. I feel like I need ways to increase the health of Shadow Guard. We've got Change Creations, and we've got a Angelic Rescue. You may play the spell after a unit he controls is dealt damage by a spell ability or dice power. Prevent that damage from being received, and then remove all wound tokens from that unit. Sick. Okay. Chimera takes the first turn. Basic and level 1. So we're just going to reveal this. Actually, we're going to go here. We will take a damage. Reveal a Silk Steel. Look at that art. That werewolf is not having a good day. This one attacks our Phoenixborn. When this unit comes into play, destroy the opposing player's target leftmost webbed unit. Oh wow. Attach a webbed conjuration alteration spell to the opponent's leftmost webbed or non-webbed unit. So this spell can not be attached to a card that already has a web spell. It is considered to be webbed. As a side action, discard this spell, reroll 2 basic rage dice. And it's a -1/-1. Knowing that there is just an auto kill there makes me very wary, and I want to get rid of that. No, I need to get rid of that. Yikes. Okay, that's fun. I think we're gonna try and we're gonna get rid of this neurotoxin. I don't want to lose out on one of my dice that came back and bit me in the butt last time, and so that's also a damage that I don't want to deal with. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and exhaust and attack the neurotoxin. We will roll actually side action. We're going to roll 2 of these basic rage dice. Got 1 of them to get rid of that. Now we are going to attack on a 9 or higher. The Chimera defends. It is a 1, so the Chimera is not defending. We prevent 1 damage dealt to us, and this one is dead. Blood value of 1. 1 damage. And the Celestial Knight is exhausted. That was a side and a main action. So we're back to the Chimera. No! Alrighty. And a 7. Target opposing player must lower 1 non-basic dice in their active pool 1 level. Do we need Lion Head? We do have Angelic Rescue. We're gonna lower Lion Head. I don't think we need a Lion Head right now. Cool. And then reveal. We're going to reveal Blood Mother, Lair Aspect. This is a 1/4/2. Now I really want this Lion Head to get a 4 attack, so that's kind of funny. At the start of the Chimera's turn, remove 1 status token from this unit. If that was the last status token on this unit, add a face down aspect card to the back. Oh, that's brutal. And it's a 1/4/2. Ooh, now I kind of want that dice back. Alrighty. Well, that's fun. And it's going to be attacking the Admonisher when it does attack. I actually may just Shadow Guard into it. But 4 is such an awkward amount of health without buffing one of my. I may buff. Okay. Or we could go change create. It's just weird. It's just awkward. I feel like Summon Spectral Assassin for Dark Reflection is fairly good. It's 4 dice. Hey, friendly computer, how's this game going? Going pretty well. I'm enjoying. I'm enjoying. This is a new Phoenixborn as well as a new Chimera, so it's a lot of new stuff, and I'm happy with it so far. Um, but the spider thing is pretty mean. How you doing, friendly computer? Hmm. Um. So if we do that, and that's a side action, so that's interesting. What is the assassin? Is the assassin a 1 attack? It's a 2 attack. That I think may actually be worth it. So let's do this. Let's do Dark Reflections is going to. I'm trying to figure out if there's any reason to. Well, I guess it exhausts the Brood Mother, so it would not attack because it would counter. But there is a chance that the spawn of Shadow Rex steps in. So we're just going to exhaust and use the War or Slade 2 and just deal 2 damage to the Brood Mother. That's a side action. Oh, that's a side action. So actually, no, I lied. We are going to attack because I had a plan for my side action. We're going to attack the Brood Mother on a 9 or higher. Phoenixborn steps in. Chimera steps in. That's a 6. And so the Brood Mother will retaliate. We're going to be dealing 1 damage to the Dark Reflection, and we deal 3 damage to it here. Hey, Captain Atreides, thanks for the subscription. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a happy New Year, and I did have a great New Year. It was a good one. Very very restful, very nice. Not too bad. I have some more Lord of the Rings LCG stuff. Yeah, showing up today. Also some stuff for Spirit Island. The sentence did get better. I got the Dwarves preset and Two Towers expansion. Nice. Have you played through Fellowship yet? Two Towers I remember enjoying a lot. I love I love the saga stuff. I think it's so good. Captain Atreides, have you been watching, I assume, but have you been watching Prophecy? Doom Prophecy? So good. I'm enjoying it so much. We broke back out Dune Imperium the other day because like Prophecy, we were watching that. I'm like, I just got in a Dune mood, but Dune Prophecy, I've been very very happy with. It's been, um, yeah, it's very like Game of Thronesy in the universe, and I'm here for it. I watched the first 4 episodes. I think that's exactly how many I've watched, but need to get caught up. I've enjoyed it thus far. I'm blown away by the production quality of it. I think that for a TV show, it feels very very highly produced, and I would be interested to see if they do. Actually, you may know this. Are they doing more um movies for the books following Dune Part 2? Are they doing any content for it? Or are they doing it in TV shows? Because I would be down for them to do TV shows. We're going to go ahead and use 1 dice here and 1 dice here. Choose a target ally you control and place it into its owner's hand. We're going to take Dark Reflections back to our hand. If you do, place a Spectral Assassin onto the battlefield. And you may draw a card, which is another Shadow Guard. Cool. That's my side action and my first card I put in my discard pile. Look at that. We may get another Red Rains token. I hate it. We do get another Red Rains token. And a 10. Ugh. Alrighty, so all of these will roll back down to their basic side. And we place the second of 3 Red Rains token here. And then a 10 is high. Attach a web conjuration spell to the opposing player's target leftmost non-webbed unit. It's back. Alrighty. So web comes back here. Then if this kills this Celestial Knight, I'm mad. Oh, it's another Brood Mother. Good. Good. So same thing there. Alrighty. So we got to get this untangle thing off again. This was the fifth, but we kind of we know what the spawn is doing. So there is not a way that we're going to get this card discarded. Um, so discard this spell, reroll 2 basic rage dice. We can do that at the end of our round, mainly because there are no cards that are going to be revealed. There's no surprises coming. Um, Alrighty, so I want to put a dark reflection back on the battlefield here. We have 5 battlefield slots, so we should be okay. Chained reaction will do this and this. Chained reaction. Then a spectral assassin can attack there. Chained reaction can kill that brood mother. We can have a we should be able to clear it out. There's a lot to this. Yeah, yeah, there is. Um, I I wouldn't say it's much more complex than like a um maybe a little bit more complex than Lord of the or than Marvel Champions, but not as complex as Lord of the Rings. Um, but it's good. I like it. We actually may throw out another Admonisher. Yeah, that could work really well. They're working on an adaptation of Dune Messiah. I don't think anything else has been announced yet. Nice. Okay, cool. And I assume the adaptation is going to be a movie, like a cinematic theater movie. It is our turn. We're just looking up what to buy to get into this game. There's so much. Uh, I would say core box Red Reigns, and I believe at least last time I looked, there was a bundle set on the Plat Hat Games website. That's going to get you a lot of content. Doom Part 3, nice. Alrighty. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and for my main action, go here and add a dark reflection to the battlefield. So that's gonna be my 4th ally. We could play a Shadow Guard as our 5th ally. We could summon an Admonisher as our 5th ally. Um, but I'm kind of with you. I don't think that the Admonisher is gonna be worth it. So I think it's gonna be a Shadow Guard. We may throw that in when we get attacked. Um, I may actually meditate to get the Admonisher up to one attack, so the Admonisher can do something. Um, we can kill the silk seal with our Admonisher. Have any side actions? We don't. We have Gift of Wings to remove all exhaustion tokens from an ally you control. That's gonna be our main action. Let's see what. Nope, we don't roll this. Silk Seal is going to attack our um, Phoenixborn. We could block with somebody. Um, if we block with the Dark Reflection, Spectral Assassin and our Chained Creation can deal with that Brood Mother. The Astonisher, Admonisher, if we meditate, can deal with that. So we would be good. So let's go ahead and We need to tick these down. And we have to kill this brood mother next turn. Which I think we'll just throw the assassin into it. Or we can admonisher it. Silk Steel. Let's go ahead and, because it's attacking the Phoenixborn, we'll block with the Spectral Assassin, and that will trade here. That was a blood value of 1. So we're down to 21. It is our turn. We can meditate by discarding a card in our hand to change a active dice to any side. And I think we're going to go Angelic Rescue to change this into a Lion's Head. Oh wait, no, that's the side action. 100% should have done that last turn. Whoops. Whoops. That's on me. Is this a solo game or are you playing two-handed? Currently right now I'm playing a solo game. The original game, Ashes Rise of the Phoenixborn, is a head-to-head PvP game. And then a year ago, maybe a little bit longer than a year ago, they added the solo, and then there's also a 2-player version. And that's what got me back into the game. I have to kill that, and I don't have a good way to do it. Um, Other than just attacking with the dark reflect, I really should have. That's on me. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we are going to exhaust our dark reflection to deal 2 damage here. Because once that ticks down, we get another aspect, and I am not about that life. That's going to be a blood value of 2, 1, 2. And then that's a side action. Our main action then, I think, is going to be to play Chained Creations. For these 2 dice to deal 2 damage here. That way we can kill it next turn with the second Chained Creations in our hand. Or we could ready somebody, but I messed that one up. Honestly, we could go Shadow Guard, and we could trade Shadow Guard for Broodmother. If we do that, does that get us anything? Are we profiting there? We could play one of our admonishers if we do that. It's not too bad actually. So if we throw the Shadow Guard in, we trade with the Broodmother for 2 dice. Yeah, okay. I mean that seems fairly decent. Okay. So Broodmother, this drops down. This is going to attack the Dark Reflection. I actually don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going to take the damage here. I'm going to figure out how to use or how to get 2 damage elsewhere, but I don't necessarily want to lose the or like use the tempo of just like putting this onto the table for 1 attack. Also, I totally forgot to don't be a 9. It is a 10. Alrighty. So instead, this is going to take 1, 2, 3. This is back on the field because I forgot to roll to see if it exhausted. That's actually out of things, so we're going to add 1 to the field now. And instead of this attacking, we're going to roll these. It's an 11 and a shard. That's not great. Attach a web conjuration to the opposing player's leftmost webbed unit. Then if this kills my Crystal Knight, I'm going to be sad. Weave! Start of the Chimera's turn, remove 1 status token from this unit. and attach a web conjuration to the opposing player's leftmost non-webbed unit. It's a 2/2/1. Ugh. Alrighty, well that's gross. Cool. Brood. I have to kill this brood mother. So the spawn. Don't let the spawn jump in front of it this time. Um, can I kill this brood mother? Has 3 damage on it. Um, yikes. Okay. Okay. Um, let's use the gift of wings. We're gonna use Shadow Guard requires both of these. Eh. Chain creation is just 2 damage. That actually may be the better call, and just take out weave. Or actually, no, we take out the brood mother, and then we'll just get tangled here. Yeah, so let's go ahead and use this and this. That still allows us to play a Shadow Guard, and I'd rather get a Shadow Guard than the Admonisher. So we're going to use these two to play Chain Creation to deal 2 damage to this brood mother. You can play Shadow Guard on an attack declaration without having it. Oh, that's cool. Okay, that's really cool. This is going to be blood 2. I don't actually think that I added the blood value back when I killed this brood mother, so we're just going to leave it at 16. That's my main action. As a side action, we're going to untang. We're going to. Nope. Do I want to Shadow Guard? I guess I don't care about this one being webbed up. Weave is going to tangle our Dark Reflection, which I don't love. Shadow Guard can come in. Yeah, we're leaving one of these on the battlefield, which is really sad. Um, that's just an unfortunate roll of the dice. I think I'd rather put Shadow Guard onto the table rather than readying up one of these other units. Yeah. Okay. So Weave is going to attack Dark Reflection. We're actually going to web it up first. And then we take 2 damage. Now we only have a recovery of 1. So I may actually get rid of this one so that we can heal our full damage. And then that's exhausted there. This does not matter anymore because we don't have any non-webbed units unless we unweb something, in which case we will. Yeah. We have to unweb this thing. So we'll unweb Dark Reflection by rolling 2 basic rage dice. Nice. Good. So that's our side action to unweb that. And then why did I think I could attack with that? Oh no. No, we're not doing that. Just kidding. Hold on. Hold the phone. We're gonna spend these 2. I guess we are gonna undo that. We're gonna spend those 2 to play Shadow Guard. which will get webbed. No, actually, our Dark Reflection will get webbed again. So we're not going to go there. We'll let the Shadow Guard get webbed, and then we can undo this one next turn. But that's our main action. We will be able to do a side action and a main action next turn. The main action will be to attack here, to take that out. Hopefully, if not, oh, that would be bad. Okay, so Weave is going to attack. It's going to attack, and we will block with our Phoenixborn to take 2. Oh wait, no, Weave is exhausted. Weave is exhausted, so we will not do that. We'll just remove this and become webbed here. Yikes! We have to get rid of those. Those are really scary. Okay, now we will reroll 2 basic rage die. Same result to get rid of Dark Reflection there. Now we can heal our full health. Shadow Guard. We will exhaust to attack the Brood Mother on a 9 or higher. Oh, that would step in and block. It does not. The Brood Mother dies. We deal 2 damage to our Chimera. And the Brood Mother is gone, which is big. That is all we can do. And so we will go ahead and resolve the ultimate, sadly. You don't want to take away from Ashes Reborn. You have a Lord of the Rings question. What's up? Hit me. Ugh. This is not good. This is not going to be good for us. Okay. Oh, I think we're going to have to destroy our Celestial Knight, actually. That's sad. Yeah. Oh, that's not good. Okay. Recover wounds. Boom. Remove exhaustion. And there we go. Exhaust dice. Place a red rains. We're going to trigger our ultimate. So behavior goes to level 2. Ultimate triggers. After placing red rains, remove red rains token equal to its ultimate value. Discard all cards on the Chimera battlefield that it does not own. Destroy the leftmost controlled unit by each of the Chimera's opponents by Celestial Knight. That's sad. Destroy the leftmost unit. Attach a web conjuration to all the units. So that comes back. Remove this card and the top behavior card from the game. Alrighty. Well, that's not great. Replenish aspects. 1, 2. It does look like we have a little bit easier of a time coming to us, but I do know that these 1 blood cards can just destroy our units. Admonisher will deal 1 damage to the target Phoenixborn. And we're going to replenish these. We get first player, so that's nice. So I've been struggling. Haven't won once. Tried my Precon Rohan deck, and it was really struggling. Couldn't do enough damage. I was thinking of using Gondor deck in the Fellowship of the Ring. Is that a good matchup? I don't really remember the Fellowship of the Ring. Have you played the first couple of scenarios in the core box? I would avoid scenario 3, but at least scenario 1 will teach you the rules of the game. Scenario 2 kind of teaches you the strategy of the game. And yeah, the Rohan deck, I know that there's 1 card in that Rohan deck that's like whenever a Rohan character leaves play, you get to draw a card. That feels really, really crucial to the strategy because Rohan's all about popping units back to the hand. I would also say Rohan is probably one of the more advanced archetypes to play. You have played the 2. Should I start there with Gondor? I would do that mainly because those are really good quests to kind of learn the flow of the deck. And then you can take that and take the strategy. Gondor seems to have a lot of money. Yeah, Gondor is all about a lot of allies, which is just a really powerful strategy. Yeah, I would try Gondor. I think Gondor is also a little bit more straightforward to play than Rohan is. And so, like, as you're learning the game, and learning the strategies of the game and learning the different scenarios, I think Gondor is um gonna be good for that. Exciting stuff though. It's not an easy game. It is not an easy game at all. Um, I don't remember the Fellowship quest that that well. I'm We are gonna roll dice. Give me something good. Yikes! That is a abysmal roll. Ugh. Where's my last illusion dice? Oh, I put 2 dice back into the. Okay, good, 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 good. That's not a good roll at all. Yikes! I'll let you know on Friday how it goes. I'm excited to get to the point where I feel comfortable building. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The other option now, which is not as good of a recommendation now that we do have those precons, is that there is a deck on Lord of the Rings DB or Rings DB that has just the core set, and it's like a Trisphere deck, and it's a really good deck to kind of showcase the game, and it's a pretty strong deck. I don't quite remember who all it is, um, but that's a good one. We got Shadow Guard. We got Celestial Knight. Nice. Okay. Law of Grace. Remove 1 wound token from your Phoenixborn. After any Phoenixborn is dealt damage by a spell or ability, prevent 1 damage from being received. This card cannot be discarded from your spell board when you meditate. We got Angelic Rescue. And we've got a Gates Thrown Open. Remove 1 exhaustion token from 1 ready spell in each of your spell board slots. Nice. We get the first turn. I am not totally um opposed to just letting the Admonisher die if one of these is the flip kill the leftmost webbed unit. That's honestly kind of fine. It's more of a protection here against the Dark Reflection. I don't think that I'm going to be removing tokens here. Um I don't think I'm going to be removing these while Weave is out. The Admonisher seems to be the MVP. He definitely looks the coolest. The Weave is going to be attacking over here on the Shadow Guard if possible. I would trade that, I think, in a heartbeat. Um, or actually, we could drop the Celestial Knight. It's right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right, right. There is also a play in which we meditate to get Angelic Rescue, where we can prevent some damage from being dealt. That seems pretty. That seems pretty decent. Um, oh, spell ability or dice power. So it's actually not an attack. So that doesn't really work for us. Um, ugh. I think. Oh, actually, you know what? What we're going to do? We're going to exhaust this to deal 2 damage to the weave. It's going to be blood 1. Takes us down to 12. That's just a side action. And then so our main action then. Oh shoot. This requires a top tier die. Yeah. Oh. Um what is the main action? That's a great question. We could play the Shadow Guard. We could summon an Admonisher. I think I'd rather have the Shadow Guard out than the Admonisher though. And then we could meditate next turn to get the Celestial Knight onto the table. So let's. I guess I could attack. I don't want to attack. I need to kill these things. So let's go ahead and spend these 2 dice to play Another Shadow Guard. Alrighty. Behavior die. We got a 7 and a red reigns. The 7 is going to be target opposing player must lower 2 non-basic dice in their active pool 1 level. Boom. Joke's on you. I'm just meditating these things. And then we're going to reveal. Layer aspect. At the start of the Chimera's turn, remove 1 status token to deal 1 damage to the opposing player's target Phoenixborn. That was the last status token on this unit. That player must exhaust 1 die in their active pool. It feels like there's a lot of status tokens in this Chimera, which I appreciate because that's something that I always forget to do. And so now that all of them have it, I'm like training myself to actually do it. And it would attack the rightmost unit, which would be the Shadow Guard. I'd probably block with this Shadow Guard, mainly because it's already. We could go Law of Grace and prevent that, but then we're also preventing all the damage dealt to the Chimera. Sometimes I forget that I can just go all out and kill the Chimera. I don't think that that is the case here, but actually it is. It is. If we can get rid of these, we have 3, 6, 9, 12. So if we just go all out at the Chimera, there is a chance we can just blitz the Chimera down. And we would have to unexhaust this one. And technically we don't have to, we only have to do up to 10 damage because if we summon another Monitor, we get that last damage going in. So I think what we'll do is we will meditate. We'll discard Law of Grace and the top card of our deck, which is a Purify. That's sad. To take this up to a top tier and this up to a top tier. That's a side action. Oh wait, oh shoot, wrong one. We're gonna take that up to a top tier still, and then this up to a top tier. Then we're gonna spin this, this, and this to play the Celestial Knight as our main action. That does fill up our battlefield. But that's nice. We can now just tank this attack. We don't need to counter if we don't want to. Because this is just going to prevent the damage. We do have a side action. Nope, we meditated for our side action. So it is the Chimera's turn. We've got an 11. Uh-oh. Attach a web conjuration to the player's target leftmost non-webbed unit. Alrighty, Shadow Guard is back, and then we're revealing the Weave at this. Take a damage. Told you I always forget this. At the start of the Chimera's turn, remove 1 status token from this unit to attach a web conjuration to target player's leftmost non-webbed unit. Okay. Main action, we're going to attack the Chimera. 1, 2, 3 with the Crystal Knight. Because we're about to get webbed. Here we are. So that's the main action. We could side action to untangle one of these, but we're about to just get tangled right back. So I don't think that that is worth it. We could side action to unexhaust Dark Reflection, which we will need to do at some point. But I also, we may, no, we're not going to run out of main actions because we can just attack with our main actions. Okay. Roll 5 and a basic. We've been really lucky with the basic dice here. 5. Target opposing player must place 1 wound token on their Phoenixborn or leftmost unit. Place a unit or a wound there. Reveal. Attack with revealed aspect of Able. Ooh, okay. So we got the Broodmother. Okay. We're going to get more tokens. And of course, I forgot to do this again. That's going to deal 1 damage. It's going to remove 1 there. And put this here. Okay, so the Broodmother at the start of the Chimera's turn, remove one status token. If it's the last status token, we're going to add another aspect to the battlefield. That's bad. But we are attacking. It's going to be attacking the Celestial Knight, which is fine because we prevent 1 damage. So we're good. Now we just know that this is going to attack, which is fine. This is going to attack, which is fine. We're not putting any units onto the battlefield right now because I don't want to get it webbed up. But we do have to do a main action, which would be attack. It has 9 health left, 8 health left. 2, 4, 6 health, but we have to lower our dice. We do have a main or a thing here, so we can increase our damage by 1. And I think we'll probably do that on the Shadow Guard. Yeah, we're good. We're good because we can do that on the Shadow Guard to increase the damage by 1, attack with the Shadow Guard, and then this is assuming that we get rid of this Untangle, and then attack with it again. That's 4 damage, and then the Admonisher is the end goal there. So sweet. Okay, since that is the case, let's just attack with this Shadow Guard to the Chimera. So that'll be 2. 1, 2. Neurotoxin here. Actually, weave. So I think that actually just stays because we don't have a unit where we can untank or we can weave. We will remove that one. So the neurotoxin is going to attack the Celestial Knight. We prevent the 1 damage that is dealt to us. I think that's fine. We're gonna try and untangle this Shadow Guard. So we're gonna roll 2 basic rage dice. Ah, yikes. Okay, so that is untangled now. We don't actually need to. What's my main action next turn? I assume I can attack with a unit that does not have an attack value. That should be fine, right? So Shadow Guard will attack Chimera. 1, 2, 3. I don't totally get this game yet, but the spider seems pretty mean. The spider is pretty mean. The spider is really like messy with messing with my units, which is fun. The cool thing about this game is that you pick a Chimera, which has its own like behavior cards and everything. Where did my behavior card go? Oh, put it up there. It has its own behavior cards and ultimate ability. And then you pick an aspect, and the aspects can be mixed and matched with the different chimeras. And so each like expansion comes with 2 different aspects and a chimera. And so you can like the other aspect that came in this box was the horror aspect, and so it plays completely differently. But you can take this horror aspect or the lair aspect and play it with the spawn of the Shadow Wreck or any other chimeras. So there's a lot of replayability there, which is pretty cool. Alrighty, Weave is going to attack the Celestial Knight. We'll take 1 damage. We also will tick, tick, boom to go here to do the Shadow Guard. Oh, I only did 2 damage. That's still fine when I attacked with the Shadow Guard. That is still fine. We will get another aspect, which could be bad. It's not. Huh. I actually don't know if I can untangle him right now. I don't think I can, because if I untangle him, in order to untangle him, I have to reroll 2 of these dice. I only have 1 to reroll. So I think I'm kind of stuck there. So that's 2. I could go 3. If I summon another Admonisher, we're good though. I messed up. Oh no. I completely miscalculated here. Is there anything I can do? Yikes. Okay. I messed up real bad here. That's not great. I can ready one of these guys. What happens if we ultimate here? Discard all cards in the middle. Deal 3 Phoenixborn to each Phoenixborn the opponent. So we would go down to 4. Web Conjuration. Remove this card. Okay. So we actually wouldn't lose a unit. We should be fine. But I think instead we need to take out. Oh, the Broodmother's about to put another one. Oh my gosh. Okay, actually, we are in a lot of trouble because the Broodmother's about to put another aspect out there. So we will ultimate regardless of what happens. And we're actually going to put 4 red Reigns tokens. We only get to remove 3. Yeah, that's bad. Math is hard. I don't believe I can summon another unit and discard a unit. Because I am maxed out on my spell board here. Math is a harsh mistress, right? And I don't have a main action that I can take. So since I cannot untangle someone because and I may be able to just roll the 1, but I don't think I can. But since I can't untangle, I don't have enough damage to to do anything. Now if I could untangle, we win. Because I can untangle here, I can attack for 4, and then the 1 damage here from the Admonisher. But I cannot. I can only attack for 3. We leave 1, and then we're just gonna get run over um by Red Rain's tokens, which may not be. I mean, it's gonna be bad, but it may not be game ending. We're about to get another. Oh, geez. I'm pretty sure you can untangle with 1 basic rage die it out because you either land on a basic and roll the same die again. Oh, or hit a rage and lower all the. Oh, okay. So you roll it 1 at a time. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so I'm gonna roll this. No, I'm gonna roll this. Yes. So that's gonna be a red reigns, and we're gonna take all of these down to undo this shadow guard. Oh, but I still have to do a main action. Oh, I'm going to attack with the Admonisher for 0. Okay. Broodmother puts this here. And I think this automatically just happens. It's an 11. Attached to web conjuration. No. Alrighty. So that didn't work. I'm gonna get a webbed unit back. And then we're revealing this. Destroy the opposing player's target most left webbed unit. I think the rulebook says to roll one rage die one at a time. Sweet. So that dies. Which means we can put another Admonisher out, but that doesn't really help too much. Um, that's going to attack the Phoenixborn. We have 7 health left. Okay, no. Should still be good. We're gonna re-roll these two to untangle the shadow guard. I guess I don't know why I'm untangling shadow guard rather than something else, but untangle celestial knight. It gives you another main action to buy time. Yeah, yeah. Untangle there, and we're going to summon Admonisher by spending this to put the Admonisher back on the field. Okay. Okay. Alrighty. Silk Steel is attacking us. I'm gonna block with the Admonisher. So the Admonisher dies. Mainly, I'm doing that because I have a card in my hand that is Gates Thrown Open that can ready this, which can give me another action. But that is a side action, so I guess that doesn't. No, we'll just keep that out. We'll just take the 2 damage. 1, 2. Okay. Now it's my game to lose now. But I think we're good. I think we're going to meditate. I don't think there's any reason to not meditate 4. Monitor Law of Grace, and Chained Creation. Discard 4 cards from the top of our deck to change all of these to the top tier dice. Chimera has, or I'm going to attack with the Admonisher. The Chimera has passed. Um, no, I don't have another main action. Yeah, no, oh shoot. Um, Hilarious. Because my main action has to be attack now. Um, and so side action to do this to ready the knight, and then I have to attack with the knight. I'm dealing 3 damage. I think I have to take out one of these aspects. If I don't, so I'm going to be doing 3 damage. That's going to take us down to 2. And Monitor is going to take the spawn down to 1. But if I don't take out an aspect, we would be adding 4 red rains, which would be a dice roll away from losing the game, because that would take us up to 5 red rains. And then if we roll a 12, we lose the game. So I think I have to take out one of these. So we're only placing 3 red rains onto the battlefield. But then we should be fine. I think we're going to take 3 damage. We're going to take 8 damage from the neurotoxin as well. Oh, we should be completely fine, actually. Because I can attack and dark reflection for a couple. Okay, so let's attack here. Let's take out the neurotoxin. We take 1 damage. Nope, we take 0 damage. And blood 1. So down to 4. Yeah, I played this so poorly. I did not do my math correctly. I didn't think about the pacing of getting a unit, um or untangling a unit, but then having it retangled immediately. I didn't quite think about that. So, oops, here we are. Um, and we cannot use the main action here. If we had another Admonisher, we could, because that would deal a damage and that would be perfect. But here we are. Alrighty, so that's a pass, and we're about to feel the wrath of the spawn. So remove wounds, remove exhaustion. Okay. Exhaust dice. We're gonna keep the dice. We're gonna add 3 red rains, which triggers the ultimate. Um, so discard all cards, deal 3 damage to each Phoenixborn. One, two, nope. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Down to 2. Attached Wab Conjuration to all of our units. 1, 2. A monitor will deal damage. Takes us down to 3. Um, added face down aspects to the Chimera's battlefield. Replenish status. Yeah, no, this was so poor showing. Um, resolve into round effects, then pass first player. He gets first player, unfortunately. Top of the round, I can discard some cards. I'm going to discard Angelic Rescue. I'm going to discard Gates Thrown Open, mainly because both of those were. I guess I roll dice first. Still not a great roll. Not a horrible roll, I guess. Law of Grace. Law of Grace could be nice. That could heal us 1 at least. Angelic Rescue. Summon Spectral Assassin. Cool. Okay. Celestial Knight. Sweet. And a Gates Thrown Open. So 2, 4, 5. Behavior card also gets removed. This is phase 3. It's a 2 and a token. A 2, attack if able, if not reveal. Actually, so we're going to do this, but we're fine. I'm going to do this. Take this down to 2. This is going to attack the rightmost unit. I will guard with the Shadow Guard. And so this will trade here with the Weave. Dealing 1 damage to the Chimera. Okay. And we should be good here because I can exhaust this to deal 2 damage here to the Silk Steel, which will deal 1 damage to the Chimera. And then we can attack the Celestial Knight to the Chimera, which does end the game. That was way closer than I wanted it to be. That math is tough. Math is mean. Dang. Okay, cool. That was fun. That was interesting. I think that I like this playstyle. I think I would like to modify the deck a little bit next time I play it. Thank you. Congratulations. Let's go. I think I would like to modify the deck a little bit. There are a lot of cards that I just felt like I was not using, especially like this one, Gates Thrown Open, remove a exhaustion token from each of your spell. Like that would be nice. I think the Admonisher is a little bit better in the sense that once it's focused, um, you can just exhaust it. Um, And focus means that you have another copy of the card on top of it. You can exhaust it, spend a middle die to deal a damage to a Phoenixborn. That still doesn't seem that great. Celestial Knight is sick. I really like the Celestial Knight. I really like Dark Reflection. I think Dark Reflection is cool. I like super powerful units for like drawback ability. I think that's really interesting, like the War Within. Um, all in all, I enjoyed the game. Probably not my favorite deck that I've played, but I did really enjoy it. I did like the spider here though. The spider is annoying. Spider is annoying. But yeah, sick. Well, there you go. That is Ashes Rise of the Phoenixborn. I will be back on Friday to play some Lord of the Rings. So Lord of the Rings, we're in the Arid Mithram cycle. I actually don't even know. Yeah, I think we're in the Arid Mithram cycle. It's that was last year. That was last year. But yeah, we'll be playing some more Lord of the Rings. Looking forward to that. But until then, I hope everyone just has such a fantastic rest of their day, and we'll see you on Friday. Peace.